What's up? What's the word?
Yo, it's your boy Cody Mack here with another episode of What's the Word, and I'm here chilling in the studio with another very special guest, Miss Asia Nay. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing. I'm in the building. I'm in the shot today. It felt good. The real Wendy Cindy though.
The real, y'all definitely came on one of our better days.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's cold outside.
I mean, that's Chicago weather for you. For April, you never know what you're gonna get. It might be 40 degrees today, then tomorrow it's gonna be 72.
Really?
Yeah, that's Chicago weather. It snowed last night. Yeah, it's just the weather's crazy in Chicago. It's like it's up and down. It's like bipolar. You get used to it after a while. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? All right. Before we get to it, like we said off mic, we gonna introduce the young lady to your right. You know what I mean? Just help you introduce yourself.
I'm Free. I'm Asianese hairstylist.
Okay, hairstylist. I see you over there. That's why your shit laid like that. Okay.
Yep, her. But she's also a part of the Mermaid gang. Don't be trying to tell these people I'm just a hairstylist. She's also my friend too. So she a little shy on camera, but her name's Free. So just use your brain.
Okay, Free.
Yeah.
She's very, but nothing's free.
Yeah.
I just had to say that for the record just in case.
Okay, you one of them style. I seen something on Twitter the other day when a lady was doing braids for like $900.
Oh no!
It was like trending, going crazy. Like everybody was like, "Nah, she capping." Like she had like doing braids to it.
I mean, I get why braiders might cut because it take a long time though. It take longer than installing the wig. So I mean, your price is your price.
Oh man, Jahari, we got to go up on our price.
Period.
For real. All right, so Miss Asia Nay, what brings you to the shot today?
So I'm on tour with Big Latto, and we have a show today in Chi-Town, and it's actually sold out. Get into it. So I'm the second star that goes on, and it's lit. Like, this is like my 5th show, so I'm kind of already in the groove of it. But we ain't never been, well, we was on the Midwest yesterday, but we ain't never been to Chi-Town yet, and this is where my daddy from too, so it's kind of like cool to actually be here, and it's sold out.
Okay.
So, it's exciting.
How long ago did your daddy leave from Chicago?
He's been left, like, in my 20s. A woman never told, but I'm in my young 20s, and he moved before I even was born. So he been in Atlanta for like 20-some years.
Okay.
But I actually lived in Peoria before.
Man, so you just all through the Illinois. So where were you born?
I was born in Maryland. Stayed there till I was like 2, and then I moved to the west side of Atlanta.
Okay.
The Noya. I was there, so I was probably like 8, and then I moved from the south side. And that's really the essence of Queen A. The south side, Riverdale, Georgia, Clayton County, Riverdale Road. You don't really like Atlanta, but...
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that. So, what's when Amaretta made that song "Not From Atlanta"? Was you a part of that, or you actually from Atlanta?
Well, the South Side is its own entity, honey. So
I don't know how you gotta break down to me how Atlanta is made up, because I don't know nothing.
So you got the North, you got
I know
the
it's
West.
Peachtree.
That's Atlanta. So that's the heart of Atlanta. But you have the North, you have the South, you have the East and the West, just like everywhere else. Mm-hmm. But what I think she was really trying to say was, if you're not from the central part of Atlanta, which is the West End, the West Side, you're not really from Atlanta. If you're not from the Dome, Egan Homes, all that type of stuff, you're not really from Atlanta. And which she is telling the truth. If you look on the map, that's not Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But Metro Atlanta is these different counties, which I'm from Metro Atlanta, which is Clayton County. But I don't put myself in the map or in a little box of Atlanta, because the South Side is its own entity. Like, Walker from the South Side, 2 Chainz from the South Side, Latto from the South Side, like Derez Deshaun. We birthing stars, so we got our own different swag over there.
Okay. You standing on that side out to the South Side,
Yeah, real big South Side stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from the South Side of the shot, so you know what I'm saying. We got some type of connection. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You got the same one, but it's so. I mean, like you were just saying.
Hold on. You said they had to build the same way.
Not the same, but my dad is from Hyde Park.
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna pause right there.
Pause. Back me up.
Probably the top artist of all time is from the South Side of Chicago. Shout out to Kanye.
Kanye West. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get into it. Yeah. I just did a freestyle through the wire.
You did. We
Yeah.
listened to that. I want to get into that because I like how you kind of how you connected that. As far as with your with the car accident you was in, right? So how long ago was it when you was in the car accident?
2015.
2015. Okay.
So almost 7 years ago in May. Oh wow, yeah.
Was it like a drunk driving accident, or was it like somebody just fell asleep at the wheel? Like, how did it happen?
So for all those who are watching, I am a great driver. I was not driving. I was a passenger.
Right.
And I was in school at the time. I had just started college. And I was with one of my roommates. She was driving, not paying attention. I'm on my phone on Snapchat. I remember it used to be Janae Akia was on. And I'm just, recording my video, being all cute on the way to my little boo house. And she's doing whatever she's doing, not paying attention. And she runs a red light, run right into a car going 65 miles per hour. And so then our car immediately caught fire on impact. That car hit another car, spent around and hit. And so I was like out. So I was out. All I remember is waking up. She tapped me on my shoulder like, Asia, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of the car on fire. But I'm trying to move. My knee messed up. My ankle was fractured real bad. So I couldn't walk. So somebody on the side that kind of like seen, this traumatic thing happen, a lady came and, helped me get out the car. And some type of strength inside of me was just like, get up. You gotta get up. Like, so I walked to the side with her to the, side of the sidewalk and then waited on the ambulance. I couldn't even open my eyes. The airbags had hit my face. The windshield fell on my face, which is this lovely little scar on my face. But the windshield fell on my face, the airbag fell on my face. And if you ever had impact with the airbag, you know that shit is hot. Mm-hmm. For one. For two, it's very dusty. You cannot see. Like literally I couldn't open my eyes. So I just felt like my whole face was on fire. I just felt dead but alive. And I really can't explain it in words. It just was a very traumatic situation. And even after trying to recover was traumatic because it was like, I've never had a scar, a blemish on my face. My whole face was open. I had scars all over under my chin. I couldn't finish school. And outside of that, for 3 months, I really couldn't walk. So it was a very traumatic but life-changing situation for me. And from that moment, I just realized and I knew I had a purpose. And I knew that I was going to do whatever the hell I needed to do every day to be me. So, I'm saying, thank you, God. Yeah.
Man, that was a dope. I feel like you probably get asked that question a lot, don't you?
Well, I'm just now coming out about the story. Okay. So at first, I didn't really talk about it. Like for the first few years, I kind of battled with insecurity and my self-esteem because of the scar. So I didn't really talk about it. And then moving forward, once I walked into my purpose, walked into rapping, walked into being an artist, and I'm like, I got to really share myself with the world because a lot of people need help. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women need guidance. And I know with my voice, I can help. So it's like I had to put on my big girl shoes. And through that, like I grew. So, now I talk about it all the time. So I decided to share the story maybe 2 months ago through one of my songs, Dreams. That's on the tape. Go get that. Chosen one out now. Yeah. But Dreams, it's just really talking about, everything that I went through made me stronger. And, I just talked about it. I put the song on there. I put the car accident and so many people contacted me. And from there, I'm like, okay, I got to really dig into deep with this. And then once Kanye came out with a documentary, I'm like, it's perfect. So
that's crazy because I was gonna ask you, like, was you up on that song before the documentary, like the Through the Wire?
So I was up on it, but honestly, I haven't heard it in years. Okay. Like I've always been a Kanye fan, but once I really sat and watched the documentary and I seen that episode, it literally brought tears to my eyes, and I was like, I gotta speak about this. Mm-hmm. So I just wrote to it. Okay. And that was that.
That's crazy. That's my first. That was probably the first record of Kanye West I ever heard. Mm-hmm. But I want to say either you are really well media trained or you just really just love it. Because it's crazy because you just come in and with the energy, you know how to answer the questions. You on point, you ready for this. How long have you been doing music?
Professionally, 3 years.
You been for 3 years?
Yeah.
So how many interviews?
No, professionally 2 years. I've been doing music, period, 3 years.
So how many interviews do you think you've done within that span?
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know. Over 100 though, for sure. So, before I got with my team, my lovely label, Break 'em Off Music Group, a little under 2 years ago, I wasn't doing interviews. I really was trying to cultivate a sound. I was in the club, dancing, fully financially furnishing all of my bills and my career. And so when I got with my label right before the pandemic, they were able to kind of like help me with actually being an artist. So I locked in with the studio. I had Bone Crusher, who was also signed to the label 18 years ago. He helped me a little bit with media training. And he just kind of helped me with like being an artist. Like he didn't really like teach me, but he was more so showing me the blueprint. Like, who do you want to be? Like me answering the questions for myself, and him just showing me and telling me different things he went through as an artist as well. Kind of asked me like, what kind of artist you want to be? What do you want your store to look like? Which is my Mermaid Gang and my brand overall. So like with my team and the time we had through the pandemic, we made it a pandemic and really got in our bag. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I
feel like you is fucking taking all my questions. But no, that's dope though. I seen in the interview that you was your team put you through artist development.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? A lot of artists jump into this game without artist development. They just feel like most of them can catch a single.
Yeah.
They go straight like, yo, I'm trying to do shows. It seems like they putting you through training to make you a star.
Yeah.
How important is it to have your team to have your back like that?
Without my team, I ain't nothing. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Tommy, OT, you know, they sitting out there. Mitch, goddamn Free, E, Dan, the person that owns the label, Trey, Shy, Plug, the entire team, like they help me be who I am. Even if that's not like helping me go to the next level, they pushing me, they feeding it to me, they, you know what I'm saying? They helping me become the artist that they already see. Like for one, as an artist, you gotta already have it in you, period. To be a star. There's a difference between a superstar and a star. Yeah. So you already got to have some type of spark in you. But when you got people around you that only want to see you be great and be greater, I mean, you can't fail if you're willing to listen. And I listen. So
how did you go about choosing your team?
So, okay. Right before the pandemic, we were in 2020, you know, Atlanta shut down second week of March. I met my label head, which is Dan, and OT. I've been to OT, but I met Dan January of 2020. We were in the club, you know, I was dancing, I used to do my thing on a pole, yeah. But anyways, so I was dancing and the DJ X-Rated, shout out to him, cause he helped me a lot in my career as well.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to DJ X-Rated. But they were asking like, who is she? OT kind of already knew about me cause I was working with his artist Oracle. And so then...
That name sound familiar.
He's an artist out of Atlanta. Shout out to Oracle too.
No, I'm saying... do your thing.
We did some music together, so OT kind of like knew me from that, and so I knew OT too from on some just music stuff. So I already kind of knew OT a little bit, but so then Dan and them came in there and they were like, "Oh, somehow she do music." He like tell X to play her music. I had a song come out, "Me at You" at the time, and so I guess he was vibing with it. He liked it. He DM'd me. He's like, "Come to the studio. I want to hear more." So at first, I was like, I don't know. Like, I really wasn't open to the label situation because I just didn't know how I go. I wasn't really not knowledgeable in that subject. So I was just like, I'm gonna see. So OT told me, DJ X-Rated, come to the studio. I come to the studio, play a few records. Tommy was there. That's when I first met Tommy. And they're all looking at me. I play my music. They're just looking at me like this. I'm like, so what does this mean? They're like, okay, we're gonna call you back. So I'm like, okay, cool. So a few weeks later, world shut down. No, February come, we communicate a little bit, but it ain't really much. March, world shut down. So they like, let's get in the studio. We in the studio. First it was like 1-2 times a week. Then it became 5 times a week, 4 times a week. I locked in with Crazy Figs, produced on the team as well. How did I forget him? Crazy Figs, he helped me cultivate my sound so much. And we just started working. Like, it was just genuine. It was organic. We all gel well together. April, they presented me with a deal. Like, do you want to be signed? I prayed on it, but it was nothing in my spirit that said no. We got the lawyers involved. Next thing you know, I'm signing. From there, like, they just helped me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without my team, I'd be nothing. I ain't gonna lie. So, shout out to the team. Break 'em Off Music Group. Period.
Shout out to Break 'em Off Music Group.
Yeah, Break 'em Off Music Group. BMG First Lady. Let's get into it. Yeah.
Who was some other artists on the label?
Plug is on the label. Westside Shot. Vibe also is with the label as well. She's a singer. And that's it right now.
Okay. All right.
And Ace Apollo.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's like it's crazy because all the questions I was gonna ask you within the flow of conversation, and you just answering and shit.
I just like that. I don't know. It's like I kind of already be like, I'm be anxious to tell my story. Like I'm ready to tell it.
No, I f- with it. I love the energy. You know what I'm saying? I love the energy. Like you coming in here, you speaking to everybody. Like sometimes most artists just be like sometimes shy or standoffish, especially when they come to Chicago because they don't know what to expect when they come up here. So like you come in here, you just you lighten the room up. So I f- with it. You say what now?
Oh shit, I'm the energy. You
say what now? What you say? Free?
I heard it was crazy. I heard they call it Chirac.
Chirac.
All right, so we don't call it Chirac. We might call it the rack now. We're gonna call it the rack. You just gotta take the Chirac off.
He said we don't call it Chirac. That's for the people outside of Chicago.
Yeah, but it ain't crazy. Chicago, one of them cities. Is if you mind your business, you'll be. It's like Atlanta. Y'all shooting people in the mall in Atlanta. Don't get crazy.
Wicked.
Like they already. Atlanta is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta carry your have a
license to carry no more.
Now who more crazy?
Still y'all.
Right.
We know what that is. Well, that's another topic.
All right, y'all.
You say we can't drive.
Atlanta can't
It's the
drive.
people that move
Y'all
there that's
food,
not from Atlanta. That's
y'all
why.
food nasty.
Our food is amazing. Are you kidding me? Y'all don't even have wings here. Do y'all even know what American deli is? Like, get into it.
We don't have who?
American deli. What do y'all eat for hot wings?
We got the best wings and the best wings in the
JJ's?
world. No, Harold's.
Oh yeah, I majorly love Harold's. I eat Harold's, so let's get
Harold's
into that.
chicken
I
is-
gotta try Harold's here.
Harold?
The one in Atlanta sucked.
No, it don't. Which one you went to?
The one in
Edgewood. Yeah, I be over there. I know about
There's one on the
Edgewood.
south side. They got two on the south side, and that's better than the one on Edgewood.
Yeah, Edgewood be
Yeah,
lit.
what
That's
happened?
everything I go to.
My name is Yumi, and my daughter and I live in Washington Heights. I'm vaccinated against COVID, and I decided to get my daughter vaccinated too. Mama Bear is protected, so I definitely gotta protect Baby Bear.
Hey, I be out there. It be kicking. Yeah.
My daddy from here. I already know.
Nah,
You ain't put
I
me on
be
to
out
no
there. I
gang.
be out there freaking real life.
And what was it?
Nah.
He didn't get the honey hot lemon pepper sprinkles.
But we got the best chicken.
All right, we're gonna have some chicken for dinner. We're gonna try to get some Harold's for dinner.
Yeah.
He said, period.
Yeah, make sure y'all get y'all some Harold's chicken. Go to the right one though. You gotta go to either the one right here. I'm gonna give y'all a list of the ones to go to. You just can't go to one that say Harold's. You're gonna end up eating some nasty shit.
Okay.
Like, we from Chicago and there's certain places that certain
it's
Harold's
one
we don't eat
close.
from. To the patio, I'm not sure. I don't eat up north food like that.
Okay.
But
Damn.
yeah, it's up north is up north. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's one right across the street. You can get a Harold's right across the street.
Ah, dang. Let me go. Where I have to leave?
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm going. Soon the sun goes down, I'm finna eat. But yeah, I don't like Atlanta. So we're gonna just get back into everything what we doing with the interview. So it's like you answered all my questions. So I gotta, I gotta dig into your personal life now. Cause we did a career.
Okay. Where you digging my personal life? Chose one out now. Go
No,
get
we gotta
it.
get into your personal life. We gotta
chose one
have-
out now. But let's go.
What y'all say? What's tea? All that shit. We gotta get it.
What's tea?
We gotta get into that. Okay.
What's tea?
So,
Single. Yeah, heavy on a single. Cause I mean, every time I do these interviews, it's like, are you single? Are you dating?
Well, okay.
Heavy on the single. Let's put that out there.
All right. So let me ask you this, right? So you say you single. An attractive woman like yourself, why are you single?
You know, really, I'm into the music right now. That's it. I'm young. I'm lit. I'm having fun.
So is it the music or is it because you're young and you lit and having fun? Which one?
It's both. I'm saying we always got somebody tucked up in the cut, but
All right. So are you
just not
toxic?
interested.
Are you toxic?
no.
Do you attract toxic people?
No.
So
Do I?
It's
I
the
like
Virgo in
hoes.
us.
You know what I'm saying? It's big Virgo energy over here. So I like wholesome men, but what do come to me? Toxic sometimes.
what is the
But I don't like
what
toxic.
is the perfect guy for Asian?
I mean, close my eyes and think.
I love her energy. She's full.
Okay, so dark skin, taller than 5'11", like 5'11" and up, or 5'10". You know, I'll do 5'10". I like somebody that work out, keep their body nice, eat clean. I don't like no dudes that's on drugs all the time. No. Ew. Unattractive. Somebody got some business about themselves. Hopefully no kids, because I have none. I have a dog. And that's it. Fun and lit. Like, I'm full of life. Like, I like to turn up. I ain't really looking for nothing serious right now. So, like, that's really my type. Like, just somebody fun, but in a bag. Like, it ain't really on my line all the time because I be busy. So.
Okay. So, what's some things that can turn Asian Nate off?
Oh, a lot. But I'll name 3. I'll name 3. Don't be blowing up my phone. That's number 1.
Okay.
Please. If you don't think you should buy me flowers weekly, something's wrong with you. Number 3, let me think of something else. I don't like people that's not clean.
No, that's
I like clean men. Like, you look clean. Like, I like clean men. Like, yeah, like, I like clean men. Like, I mean, men. I can't, like, your teeth, your face, your hair, your nail, like, clean.
So what you saying? You're going to date Cody?
Oh, Cody want to take me to say? You buy flowers weekly?
Bi-weekly.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing.
Okay, y'all ain't from the gang. Y'all ain't from the gang up on us. So the zodiac has just been real popping over the pandemic. So what is it about Cancers? What is it?
Well, I would just say you guys are very in tune with your feelings.
Okay.
It could somehow be good, sometimes be bad. It just depends on how in tune you are with your feelings. Like, if you're an emotional wreck to where it's like you get in your feelings and then be like, oh, I can curse, then it's like, ew. But if you're like emotional where you can actually talk through your feelings, because we all have feelings, and I like for my man to be in tune with his feelings, but it's just about the communication with your feelings.
Okay. I guess you're right. I guess you got a point there. I've from the women that I've dated, they always told me I'm emotionally unavailable. They said,
really?
Yeah, they said,
so it's either or. It's either you're really emotional or you're like, you're detached. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about a lot of shit.
Oh, you the other side. You the dark.
Yeah.
It's giving July.
It's giving
July 7th.
You a cusp. He's a cusp. He almost made the Leo.
July 7th. Look at you. They know some shit. You see that? Okay.
We are Virgo. You better get you a Virgo. You ever dated a Virgo woman?
What is the Virgo? What's the Virgo? What's the dates?
Well, I'm August 29th.
And I'm September 13th.
I've never dated no
We're
one.
2 different Virgos, but we're the same.
Y'all feeling each other's sentences.
You see what I'm saying?
Y'all are friends. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see, right? I see. All right. So you're single, ready to mingle.
I ain't say that now. I said.
Oh, you just want to make me.
If I was.
I feel like ain't no woman. There's no woman is never just 100% single. It's
said I got
it's somebody on one of them phones in your line consistently.
Shout out to you.
Right. So we're not gonna do that.
He said ain't no woman ever single. Ain't no man ever single. It go both ways.
On period.
Men, we single. No, man, I ain't even do that.
Thank you.
Who calling your phone?
Huh?
Exactly. You see how that's
I'm gonna say my phone is ringing. I ain't gonna say. But nah, okay, all right. So, let me ask you this: what are some of the roadblocks have you had in your career, as far as dealing with like men? When I say dealing with men, like have you had any issues with like being in the studio with men made you uncomfortable, or we trying to do business with men and they see, you know what I'm saying, your makeup, how you look as a woman, but don't you know what I'm saying, really respect the talent? Like have you had any of those issues?
Not really, because my team is full of men, so I don't move by myself.
Okay.
I don't really talk to them really, my whole team is men. I'm really the only female. So if I'm in the studio, my manager in there, like somebody in the studio with me, and then mostly I'm in the studio with my producer. Like we got an in-house studio, so I'm mostly recording with my folks, and they send records over. I never really like been in the studio as of yet, and been on that type time. I just work with producers, not really artists. The only thing I could say is artists, like a lot of high profile artists that be in my DM, and they'll just send emojis, and it just kind of be like, what does that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's really it. It's like, let's work. I don't really care about the emoji thing. Like, let's work. Or they be like, send me a song, but don't send it back. It's like, what are you doing? So that's really it.
That's corny.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these dudes is corny, but.
I mean, corny is winning if you got status.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's,
It's the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah, but that's how the game go. So what else have been some of your best advice in the industry?
Oh gosh, I mean, they give me advice every day. But what I can say is now, since we're on the topic of what's going currently, Trey, he's also on the team as well. He's never really seen, but he sends me songs every day for motivational for the last 6 weeks. So today, what song did he send me? He literally sends me songs every day. Like, I can show you. He sends me songs every day.
And when he sends
that goes with the motivation. So he sent me today Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. So he kind of like send me stuff and it be so cool because sometimes it's in my mood. Like, so that kind of be cool. I wake up in the morning to see that, listen to the song, and that's kind of cool.
Okay. And then you speaking on people sending you things to motivate you. Like, do you have any mentors in this game?
No, God is my mentor. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first time I've heard that. Yeah. That's dope. Like, God is all our mentor. You never reached out to an artist, or is there not any artist that you ever want to work with?
No, I mean, like, really on that status, really Bone.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, no, not yet.
Okay. Who is anybody that you're eager to work with that you haven't worked with already?
Yes, of course. I want to work with Adam Levine, Maroon 5.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. I've been manifesting that. So.
You on pop star? Okay.
I'm saying rock star name. Get into it. But anyways, that of course the Queen Nikki. I cannot. Okay. And then I'm on tour with Latto, so hopefully we can get some shaking in the next few months.
Okay. How is that? Because you say both of y'all from the South Side. Like, so while y'all been on tour, did you guys know each other before the tour? Or you guys just management team linked up and like, yo, you on this tour? Like, how did that work out?
It's more so management, but I did know her. Like, I've seen her in passing. We've had a few conversations, but more so on the light side. It was really the management that kind of like put the tour together. But she's definitely cool, definitely humble, and definitely well respected. Definitely get a check in my book for even allowing me to be on the tour because she had to say so. She had to say yes or no. So. Okay.
So how has it been from her? Because it's like she's at the point of her career where she's taking off. Like, what type of advice has she given you?
She hasn't personally given me any advice, but she definitely commented under my pictures. She showed love, and I feel like she really earned where she going. So shout out to her. Her tape fire, and she's a great person. So
anything you learned from being on tour with her, or just the whole experience?
Yeah, I love the way she performs. So it's just like getting to that plateau. It's just kind of like, I just watch her shows and just see what kind of artist she is, which is cool, but that's it.
Okay. All right, so we got to close out soon, right? But before we close out, I got a few questions I want to deep dive into, right?
Okay.
Now, earlier you mentioned that you was an exotic dancer, you was in the clubs. Like, what led you to make that choice?
So after my car accident, I decided that I didn't want to go to school anymore. And I knew I wanted to move out, and I just wanted to make difference. Like, I don't really come from nothing. So it was just like I had to get a bag. And I was working, before I started to fully fledged on dance, being an exotic dancer, I was working at McDonald's and dancing. I was working at the call center dancing. I was working at Applebee's and dancing. So it was just kind of like, I didn't try a lot of stuff, but I just always been about my money. And I ain't never been a give me some money type of female. Like, I always stayed 10 toes down and got my money. And I never had to, like, lessen myself in the club setting, period. So got my bag and got out.
Is your father still in your life?
Yes, my daddy coming to the show, honey.
Okay.
My daddy love me.
All right, so when you made that choice to go start dancing, to be in the clubs, how was that talk with your dad? Like, how did he feel about that?
I mean, I was over 18 and, I was paying my own bills, so.
But you still this little girl, though.
No, I was kind of like growing up. I was a young adult, so it was kind of like that conversation never had to be had,
Okay. Okay, so how you feel about it now and you seen them videos?
He lit. I mean, he kind of like, at first, of course, as a dad, he's like, what are you doing at first? But once he met my team, really got into my team and started to see how I was growing, it's kind of like he got to respect it. He know the mission. He know what we doing. So he on board. He comes to the show tonight.
What about your mom?
My mama be right here rapping every song.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I want to say this. I always ask artists the first time I talk to them because I don't feel like this is gonna be the last time we chop it up.
Oh yeah.
What is that moment you looking for when you know you made it?
I don't think you ever really make it, to be honest. I feel like if you ever feel like you made it, then you never gonna keep growing. But when I feel like a moment where I'm be like, yes, we're finally getting somewhere, it's when I could buy my mama, my grandma, and my daddy a house. I'm saying, that's it. Okay. I'm getting to the real money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm be able to really reach women and be a household name. That's when I feel like I'm starting to get somewhere. But I don't feel like you ever really make it. I don't.
Okay.
You always gotta grow, man.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to ask about the T.I. feature on the No Drama record. How did that come about? Yeah,
shout out to T.I. and Westside Shot is on there as well. But I did the Be Easy freestyle.
I seen that.
Sent it to him, and I'm just like, yo, OG, check this out. He checked it out. He said it was dope. A few months later, he DM'd me, was like, hey, we still owe the world something. I'm like, yeah. And this was 2 weeks before I had to turn my tape in. So I already knew I wanted somebody to be on No Drama, but I didn't know who. So when he did that, I sent it over. He did it, called me, let me hear it when he was in the Yo. He was like, you fuck with it? I said, hell yeah. So shout out to T.I. And that was kind of cool too, because it was like, dang, somebody from my city. And then T.I. giving me the huge cosign that he gave me. Super dope. So shout out to T.I.
That's crazy. You just hit him up through the DM, or you actually had a relationship with before that?
No, I didn't have a relationship, but my dad knows him. My dad also does film. He's an AD on a lot of sets, so he's done a lot of his videos, and he's worked on some future things he has coming out. So
that's dope. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tip, man. I just had the money up here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, the money, that was, man.
And then also the label head, he knows T.I. too, so it kind of just like, you know what I'm saying, everybody knew everybody, so, but he did DM me, and that was super dope.
All right. Well, fuck it. This is the last question I'm gonna go. Give me your Mount Rushmore of Atlanta right now.
You know who up there? One for sure.
Huh?
You know one for sure. Automatic.
Who you gonna say?
Lil Baby.
Oh yeah, you know I love Lil Baby. I can't even lie. I love Lil Baby. Lil Baby really the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta. Yeah, for sure. Hands down.
Oh, you other
3. Gunna.
Yeah.
And Latto.
You got one more. So you say Lil Baby, Gunna,
Latto.
Just put yourself up there at this point.
Yeah, Queen Night. The fuck is you talking about? Yeah, say that.
Okay.
Yeah, since I already know what's going on the vibes, I gotta put myself into, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, I'll fuck with it. All right, well, Queen Nay, Mermaid Gang, free overhanded, free in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for, you know what I'm saying, taking the time out to talk to me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always just a pleasure, man. Anytime you're in Chicago, come holler at me.
Period.
All right. So, y'all, it is What's the Word? Cody Mack up here at DTLR Radio. We out.
Yeah.
Hey. What's up? What's the word?
My name is Yumi, and my daughter and I live in Washington Heights. I'm vaccinated against COVID, and I decided to get my daughter vaccinated too. She's 4, so I'm extremely careful about what I give her. It's a lot of false information out here about COVID-19, but I talked to her pediatrician, and she made me feel confident about the vaccine. I just want her to be protected like her mama. Mama Bear is protected, so I definitely gotta protect Baby Bear.